Hello, my good friends. My name is Ike, and this is another Magic the Gathering Arena deck spotlight. Today, I'm going to bring you a Mardu Aristocrats aggro deck. Before we get started, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and feel free to leave a comment if you have any suggestions. And as always, the deck list will be in the description below. Let's take a look at this deck. Today we're just going to run Aristocrats deck that's going to, as all Aristocrats decks do, running mechanisms and concepts that help you deal damage or help you grow more creatures when other creatures die. We are running Judith, the Scourge Diva, fantastic in this deck. We're running a little removal with the Conclave Tribunal. This is really good against your Explore package. I've fought a couple of those already, and it was great to remove that walker right off the field. We're running one Alina the Dusk Rose. Now the description will be the deck list, and there's a different deck list than what I'm going to be running today. I've tweaked it just a little bit for best of one, and the deck list that you'll find in the description is going to be a best of three. It's a fantastic deck list. Found it on the internet. Props to the person who created it over that on aetherhub.com. Finally, we have a couple of finishers with heroic reinforcements. Teza Karlov is a fantastic addition, allowing the abilities to trigger multiple times when you're trying to kill your creatures. Obviously, we have a bunch of afterlife creatures. We have Tithe Taker, Ministrant of Obligation. We have Gutter Bones, who you can continuously bring back in. We have a couple of Legion's Landings to go ahead and create a couple lifelink white vampires and trying to get continuously persons on board. Now, this is an aggro variant, so we're also running a Fireblade Artist to be able to sacrifice a creature and doing 2 damage to an opponent's face or to a Planewalker. So let's get a couple games in, shall we? Trying out this deck a few times before creating this video, I've had some really cool swinging games, back and forth, and that's kind of what this deck does. It creates a really good platform to not really have much going on in the card draw, maybe even not enough card draw, you could say, in this deck. But the thing is, there's so much good synergy taking place that even having a couple of creatures on board, it just seems like there's so much going on with this deck. Alright. A little heavy, to be honest with you. I like the mana call. I think I'm going to keep it purely because the mana's set decent enough for us. Alright, next turn I'll go ahead and ping myself and bring out this Fireblade Artist. Ooh, Demir? Yes. This isn't a really big deal for us. There's not much anything. They could get rid of this Fireblade Artist to slow us down a bit. That could be kind of troublesome. Maybe they get rid of a Teza? They got rid of the Conclave Tribunal. Interesting choice. We'll go ahead and get this Fireblade Artist out and hit to the face. Now, each on the upkeep of every turn, this Fireblade Artist is going to allow us to sacrifice a creature to do 2 damage to their face. Okay, that's okay. Looks like we're going against a Grixis control. Not going to ping my face here, but we'll just bring this out. This Gutter Bones. Now Gutter Bones automatically comes out tapped, which is okay. Also, we can bring him back into our hand. That's fine. It's a great start for him. I'm not going to attack for right now. Hoping to get one more mana so we can do heroic reinforcement. My assumption is the heroic reinforcement is only good for a ton of damage all up front. It looks like this deck is very much a good against ours, and we don't have much going on here, which is okay. Again, that's not the goal here. If this gets countered, we might be in it. They had a really good start. They have it looks like they have a deck that goes pretty well against ours. Alright, just 4 to the face. That's a fantastic draw just to make sure that we can get this. The one thing that I am afraid of here, which is, let's do... We can conclave. Let us... So this is bringing this back to... No, we wouldn't have enough mana to be... This wouldn't be very reasonable, would it? Be 2, be 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, it's not going to work. Let's go ahead and attack for all. And hope they don't have a counter. Alright, that's good for now. Now there's a lot of cards that we can draw that are beneficial to us. We have things... Okay, I have nothing in my hand. It's not a big deal. Okay, this is okay for right now. Again, this is the... It seems like all is lost right now, but it is not. I'll play Gutter Bones on this last part. I'm gonna stop here. I've learned that for some reason the game doesn't recognize that you can play Gutter Bones again once you've already played them. So I'm stopping just to make sure. There's a couple of other mechanics in the game. There's just some tweaks to the coding that they still need to get going. It seems like there's a couple of client to server issues where the client might say that you're allowed to do something, but the server has already skipped your turn. And so that's kind of why I believe sometimes we see bugs where our turns are being skipped. Alright. I'm going to keep this in my hand for truly just to pretend that I have something. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to play this. And I'll play it again. Alright, I do have lethal next turn if they don't have... Oh, sweet. Alright. So as you saw, all was lost there, but there wasn't much they could do. They didn't draw well, and we didn't really draw well, but it's okay. We won in the end. Cool. Alright, let's play another one. I really want to show you some of the cool... afterlife effects, you could say. I didn't really get to experience any of those there. There are a lot of really good effects that can take place. Especially with Judith. Judith can make things pretty cool. If you have Judith on board and they do a board clear and you have 8 or 10 minions on board that are 1/1s that you've gotten through Afterlife, you can do a 1 damage to the face for every single minion that died. I'm going to keep this. This Tithe Taker is really good against certain decks just because they're not really able to spend the... Sorry, I'm just looking at the lands. They're not really able to spend the mana that they need to cast things on the opponent's turn. So it's good against Control a lot of times because Control likes to hold on to cards for certain things on their turn for instant casts. Alright, I'm going to play the Tithe Taker first. This Priest of Forgotten Gods is fantastic when you start getting a bunch of these Afterlife minions up on the board. I'm not going to block this turn. I like the extra mana that I'm making him have to wait to play onto his turn specifically. I'm actually going to take this as well. Alright, I'm going to play this Restraint of Obligation because the Afterlife minions are flying, and it's going to help me a whole bunch in the end. And I'm going ahead and attacking with this Tithe Taker. That's okay. I'd rather that go on this creature so I don't get the Afterlife tokens rather than Tasia. So let's go ahead and just play her right now. I wonder what he's waiting on. There it is. Waiting for that. Okay. This is not a good start, to be honest. I have a lot of cards that I could be using here that could be very beneficial to us. There's a lot of life gain cards. Okay. Interesting. I can't take that damage to my face right now. It's too much. And I'd rather him draw the cards because he can't play them anyway. Okay, this is good. Let's go ahead and bring that in. I'll go ahead and do this for purely if he does kill the Tithe Taker, I would have gotten an Afterlife ×2. He's thinking about the Pyromancer, it seems. If he does attack with the Pyromancer, I'm going to block with the Restraint of Obligation, because I will get a bunch of... Oh, this is fantastic. Finally a good draw. I will attack with everything, because I will have something to block in the end. Interested to see what exactly... Okay. If they do any damage whatsoever to any of the target creatures that I have, Judith will allow me to do 1 damage to their face. And win the game. Well, not sure if he didn't know this or not, but I get I do get to do a damage to the face because it's Judith itself. Learning experience for him, I guess. That was fantastic. 2 wins in a row. Let's go for 3. I'm in a mood for one more. Still haven't got to see some cool synergy yet. Just kind of playing some pretty powerful cards that Mono Red couldn't deal with there. We'll play one more. Get this going. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is actually a pretty good hand. I don't have a white mana, though. This is a fantastic hand. If I get... Listen, y'all, I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble. White mana, please. 1 white mana is all we want. Just 1. Right here, just white mana, boom. And I'm probably got this game in the bag. Big risk reward here. Could be devastating. Okay. Oh yes, sir. I'm going to get the land out first. It brings a 1/1 on board anyway, so with lifelink, so no worries there. I'll get the Tithe Taker next. Interesting. Yeah, go ahead. Take things out of my hand. Probably need to take the Alinda. Even though the Conclave could be... Yeah, usually they're going to take Conclave just because I can get rid of some pretty powerful things for them. Let's go ahead and put the Tithe Taker down. Attack with the 1. This is good now. It's going to be much difficult for them to play cards on my turn. Should be interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 life. I want another Tithe Taker down, definitely. And I'll put a Gutter Bones down as well. I'm just going to attack with the 1. In my opinion, worst case scenario is they block the 1. And which to me is the same. Cry of the... I can't think of the exact naming for it, but that would be pretty devastating for us right now. Okay. A land right now would be pretty good. That would be really good. That's really good for him. Going to play a couple of these here. Again, Priest of the Forgotten Gods is really good. And the reason is I can force sacrifice of cards. I can sacrifice cards that already have afterlife or don't really matter to be sacrificed. And it still gives me multiple creatures on the board, but allows me to remove things that they might need and find value in. And that's very interesting, grabbing another one. That might be the correct play there. Cool. Tithe Taker of your own. Got rid of that. Okay, that's fine. That's the only one that I'm running right now, I believe, as well. I'm only running one of these. Gonna go ahead and sacrifice here. Just you. Doesn't matter about the Gutter Bones. Okay. I need the 2 mana and the card draw. That's what I really need. Okay. That's good. Afterlife. You got that. I'm going to... Let me play this first. And then I can play the Gutter Bones because of the 2 damage done to his face. And no, I'm not going to attack with this. It's a bummer. That's okay though. This are the two decks that we're playing are both. Mine's a little bit more aggro. His is mid range. His or hers mid range. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with 3 here. That will bring this back into place. So that's good. Should I though? It would automatically give me each turn a 1/1, but he's going to be able to kill something by itself without any hesitation. I'm going to attack with 1. This will at least give me 2 back. I'm going to bring it all out. Just go all in. Again, a cry of the... Is it Cardidilium? I can't remember the card name exactly, but it would be pretty devastating right now.
Let's add this battle to your record of bad decisions.
Okay. That's fine. I will attack with basically everything here. Everything that doesn't matter to me to die. Okay. Might have not needed to use the Fireblade Artist. Not 100% sure if that was the correct play or not. Maybe it would have been good to be able to sacrifice some of these creatures, but I'm not sure. Oh. 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 Okay. Hey. That was good. Just give us the win. How about that? Alright. Well, friends, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or anything, again, leave some comments. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And you know what? Y'all have a great day. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow.